Welcome back to The Change Physician. I am Melissa Cady, the Challenge Doctor, with my co-host, Dr. Kevin Cuccaro, bringing you the Saturday Salutations on January 21st, 2023. So I always like to say hello to everyone out there that's listening and say hi to Kevin, my co-host, and talk about recent or upcoming episodes and maybe any other random tangents that we go on for our brief little discussion on Facebook Live, which always shows up on YouTube on our stream, or at least that's the plan. If you don't know what the Change Physician is all about, you can join us in the community, whether you're a physician or a physician ally, and sign up at thechangephysician.com. And how are you doing there, Kevin?
I'm pasting away, but all is well, I think.
Good. Well, I'll go ahead and just dive into what's happened recently on the podcast this past week, which, let's see here. We had Dr. Corey Fawcett talk about navigating a financial crisis. He has been a return guest, and make sure to catch episode 234. How's that feel?
34.
Yeah. And we followed that with a Thursday throwback from Dr. Ford Brewer, who has done lots of work on YouTube. That was back from episode 49. So we brought that back to you. And we've got a really cool upcoming episode. I'll just go ahead and say it. Is that all right with you, Kevin?
I think that's totally fine.
All right. Acacia and Billy Caterly. We had the Caterleys back. They have been successfully going from 38 years old to now in their 70s, have been retired, living the amazing lifestyle of traveling, and are now in Mexico. But they have so much knowledge and brought to us a discussion about their recent 5th edition of their retirement book, which is actually titled The Adventurer's Guide to Early Retirement, A New Perspective. Densely packed with information, and definitely don't want to miss that episode. They've been with us before, and I'll have to look and see which episode that was, but they were in a prior episode. Was that in our first 100? I can't remember how long ago that was.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago, but anyhow, it is much worth not only taking a look at their book, which you can buy on their website or on Amazon. I would say probably preferable to buy from them so you can get on their list and see their weekly newsletters and have a direct connection to be able to ask them questions. So make sure to check out that episode, and the following week we do a little deep dive on that. So look out for those podcasts coming your way. So anything recent you'd like to chat about, Kevin?
Oh, there's so many things to chat about. But the only thing I have to actually say today is this is our 22nd wedding anniversary for my wife and I. So,
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. She has COVID, so it's made it interesting.
Oh, that's not so nice.
Yeah. But there's the video game The Last of Us, and apparently there's a new HBO series called The Last of Us is getting good reviews. I don't have HBO, so someday I'll pick it up for a month just to watch it. But she was the last of us in our household to finally catch COVID. So and she's been okay. I mean, she had a little cough or whatever, but nothing too horrendous. Good. It's been more interesting is like my daughter and I keep testing, and we're fine. We still are fine. I mean, she's masked in the room or whatever. But anyway, so we will have to celebrate our anniversary later. But 22 years, kind of a weird thing to have that happen.
Yeah, time flies.
It does fly. It does definitely fly.
Doesn't life? Yeah. I mean, I actually just made me think of the Caterleys and like all the stuff they've done in all these years, and just how they've been retired longer than my wife and I have been married, which just blows my mind. And I'm still just like, 38 when you leave and kind of just do your thing. So amazing. Like capturing it when you have so much energy, more than you usually have at 78. That's the way to live. I love it. So I think they just make me really think about things, and instead of waiting till, oh, wow, what did I just do with my life? Is that what I should have done? It's more like, let's be a little more intentional. So I love the intentionality thoughts that I get from speaking with them. Well, I think I talked about this last week, but my son gave me that little planner thing. Did I show it? It's from Muji, which is a little Japanese store that's got little, I don't know. They have nice little stuff. And he bought me this planner, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why did you buy that for me? But
man, that kid is good, because I love that thing. And what I've been really noticing is, awareness and intention come up on the podcast over and over and over again. Being more aware allows you to kind of change. And then if you actually are aware of the little levers that matter, or the big levers that matter, you can be more intentional about change. And so over a year ago now, so I'm in the second year of my 5-year journal. And the power of that particular journal is after the first year, because then you can see where you were the year before.
Yeah.
And then I'm adding this new daily planner in, and I've actually had little calendars kind of, again, I have health activities I do every day, and I check them just to do it, so you don't break the checks, right? It's a habit train going on. Mm-hmm. And what I've added with this journals, then I have like little week things, and it's just allows you to be much more intentional about how you live your life. Mm-hmm. So even when plans change, like I had things that I wanted to do this last week, on those specific days that I'd said, okay, on this day, I'm going to do this and this day and this, it was just really refreshing to actually just write down, say, I didn't do this because I'm choosing not to do it.
Right.
And the difference there is, instead of then going, oh my God, I forgot, and blah, 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 and making up all these stupid excuses, is you're just really taking ownership. So that's a long way to say that little planner thing. I'm just really loving it. I just absolutely love it. And the whole idea of journaling, which took me, I'm going to be turning 50 this year. So I've done it intermittently in between, but not sustained. But I will tell you, just the act of writing things down consistently is life-changing. It truly is. May not change other people's lives as much, but it certainly allows you to change yours, because then you start becoming aware of things that you weren't aware of before. That awareness piece, man, you're never going to get away from it. It is so important.
Yeah, I think it layers into your subconscious in a way. Even if you're not planning on reading it again, sometimes the act of doing it, I don't know, it's powerful, and the brain is so freaking complex and amazing that I think there's just power, like you said, when you write it, it does something to you. So I think it's hard sometimes to put into words.
Yeah,
I agree. Anything else exciting to share?
What else about this particular week? My daughter made some really awesome lentil salad thing that my wife had sent up from the prison cell downstairs, and said, oh, you should make this. It was really, really good. Yeah, it's just been a fun week. We've just had, despite my wife having COVID, it's still been fun. We're having a good time. My house is otherwise doing well. Everybody's happy. It's been a good month.
That's great. Awesome. Let's see. Anything on my front? Well, I know I talked to you and I shared my initial proof of my book, Pain and Simple. I'll just put it out there. I went ahead and edited a little bit more and then changed out some pictures. And it's really kind of like a very short book. And I'm probably just going to do hardback and paperback right now, because I've realized this process, ebook is a lot harder, believe it or not, because of the kind of format you have to put it in. So for right now, I'm waiting on my proofs for the hardback and the paperback to come from Amazon. And I'm just trying to learn how to put my own stuff on Amazon. And the book is nowhere near the intensity of writing a book from before. But I wanted to share pictures of my travels and just give a real simple perspective and my philosophy of how it's evolved, about how I deal with my own pain and blending in some modern pain science. And I think healthier than the way that our United States approach to pain is. Is there perfection to any of this? Never. So I figured, why not make it a series and just keep evolving my book and pictures of my travels. I make them business trips to go learn or to take photographs. So I might as well just make this documented for the world to see. So yeah, that's what's coming for February. Is I'm going to go live with a paperback and a hardback of Pain and Simple. Pain, Wisdom, Simply Stated. That's my subtitle.
We should get the author of that book on the podcast.
Really?
We could talk about it more.
Yeah. Well, I think half of it's not just putting it out there because I like the title and trademarking the series. I'm in the process of that. it's also just learning how this huge giant of Amazon, how you could be part of the making money, not just spending money. So yeah, so it's an adventure for sure. That's my excitement. You look very intensely focused.
Oh, I'm just, scanning things and just being astounded as always about humans.
Welcome to the world of humans.
God, I was talking about this with my like one of the things everybody's crazy. Like just every human is crazy.
You're crazy. Like I'm crazy.
We're all crazy. But some people are so freaking crazy and aren't even aware of how crazy they are. And I think I was talking about with my mother, because my mother, before she retired, was in a high level state position or whatever. And I was complaining about something related to my job that I have since I transitioned into an employed route. There's things that I complain about, but she reminded me, you always need to think about, in my family, we work, right? We do things, and in fact, if you get out of our way and let us do it, we tend to do them better. Mm-hmm. But there's so many people that don't know how to work, or come from the sense of such profound entitlement, or immediately say this is somebody else's fault. And anyway, so it's one of our Facebook group things that someone making this thing about parenting. And those ones always set me off, because it's like, my kid is the perfect child. I don't know why that they're getting kicked out of school. And it's like, okay, I bet there's more to this than what's the little, whatever. It's like, I don't know. I'm from the old generation. If something happens, the first thing you ask is, your kid, and then you verify what the facts are.
Yes.
Objectively, versus, they said that they're perfectly fine and the teacher's just out to get them. Well, I know some teachers, and let me tell you, there's a lot of kids out there that are probably out to get the teacher. Anyway, so that's why I'm just like laughing. I was like, man, people are just like, and then why would you post on Facebook? It's like, what are you doing?
There's you really question people's critical thinking on a lot of things.
Oh God. Yeah. So anyway, if everybody just recognize, hey, you're crazy. We're all crazy.
Just keep the level of craziness down, please.
And the people who don't think that they're crazy, I think, are the most crazy of all, just like everything else, because they're not aware. Coming back to that thing.
Well, everyone else out there is crazy, not them.
Yeah, everybody else except for them is crazy. But anyway, we're all crazy.
Any positive note to leave us on?
On the positive note, I want everybody to have a wonderful week. That is the end of January coming up. We're kind of tailing it out. January is a great month for initiating your change strategies with the Change Physician. If you want to join our list, you can go to thechangephysician.com. And until next time, stay well, folks.
Take care.